Okay, so how do I rationalize my behavior? In the spirit of playing Hearthstone, I'll say that I'll try to use logic here, okay? Because one move affects the next, and you got to weigh your options because you know you're only dealt so many cards. Which I learned playing the last game because I was getting card fatigue because I ran out of cards. I don't even know how many cards you have. I believe it's 30. You start out with 30 health and then 30 cards, and then when you run out of cards, you start getting card fatigue. And nobody lives forever, so you got to rationalize your time and the decisions you make. Why am I playing this game so much? Well, I'm giving into an addiction. That's probably a little irrational, and I'm probably using a little irrational rationality, which is a book by some guy I read. I forget his name. Really good stuff though. We rationalize things that are really irrational. My game playing is pretty irrational, but I'm going to try to rationalize it in an irrational way, by saying that maybe I can make some player's guides or something. I made a little I made a video on my other channel, the one where people don't like me, on how to make the best hunter build, and it started getting hits like kind of immediately, and it's just been kind of consistent. So it's telling me people are looking for hunter builds, looking for ideas because they're losing too much. I know I looked for it and I didn't see any, so I decided to do a little fill-in and give my own interpretation of it, and a little historical reference too, because I was watched a few other older videos. I'd like to add some history to it. It's always nice, gives more narrative to the story. So I'm playing different classes and stuff. Like I want to make one for I believe maybe the priest. I've been spending a lot of time on the priest, and I have some thoughts on that, so I'll maybe make a video on that, covering it. So I'm rationalizing, hey, maybe I can help other addicts or obsessive compulsive players too, maybe look at the game a little differently. So that's my rationalize. That's how I'm going to try to rationalize playing this game so much. Why I record. Okay, now on another note, why I record the Younow video as well, in the spirit of gang leader for a day, in the spirit of having taken sociological courses in college and minored in sociology. I did an ethnicity study once where I had this one class where I did an ethnicity study where they wanted us to sit somewhere and just watch people. We didn't have to take video. We didn't really have video back then, but that would have been convenient. Made for a better presentation. This is a long time ago, way back in 1999. All we did is relied on writing observations. And what I did is I went to Barron, Wisconsin, where the Somalians lived. There was a pretty good population, even though the city is like 2,500 people, and it's the county seat. I went to the Somalians area. Maybe they have like 50 people, but I sat with another guy and this was for class, and observed them. And they didn't do much. It's Wisconsin, and it was in kind of the springtime, which is pretty much winter still, so it was a little chilly. I mean, these are Somalians. What are they doing in Wisconsin? They must be asking themselves that right now, as cold as it is. They're built for that hot weather. But we observed them, not much going on. And what do you expect? It's like, that's what I'm doing, is I'm recording things that don't happen too. I mean, it's not like I need to be reporting on things that are just crazy and wild all the time. Report on things that are just not happening. Everything's okay. Look at this. And that's what I'm kind of doing with Younow. I'm not looking for specific people. I'm just looking for specific times. I'm just checking times, even if nothing's going on. If nobody important is on, record the non-important people. Just just watch. That's all I'm doing. I'm making little observations in the notes below, and that's it. So that's my rationalization for two things that are seemingly taking up a lot of my time, just because I'm motivated to do it right now. But I can't rationalize being a homeless poor bum. That's just everything I'm doing doesn't seem to be very profitable for me. So that's a little more difficult. I can't rationalize. Well, I can maybe kind of rationalize living in my car. Just I don't make the money, so I gotta avoid as many expenditures as I can. That's trying to be rational, maybe irrational, but it's just like if I'm not pulling in the money, then I can't put out money, so I gotta lower my standards. And I'm fairly comfortable with it as long as I don't get harassed too much. There's some cities where the police, and I can't point fingers at the police because they're responding to the calls, so it's the city and the culture that you got to deal with, and the culture of Tillamook is pretty darn relaxed. All right, I was amazed. Just yesterday, I went to the food pantry to eat. They were playing Guns N' Roses. I was like, what? This is turned into like a party. There are some young, pretty girls at this one food pantry. It's every Tuesday and Thursday. They're pretty to look at. I enjoy seeing them. You don't see that very often, where it's young, pretty girls, and it looks like the old guys are enjoying the environments too. But I don't stick around very long anyway. Yesterday they were playing Guns N' Roses, a rock and roll song during the meal. They're trying to turn it into some kind of homeless, poor people party. And I think that there needs to be a tone when it comes to meals and comes to that type of environment. Keep the spirits up, but it doesn't need to be a flippin' rock show. It's ridiculous. That's my attitude. Whatever. Making another observation and also commenting on it. So yeah, I'm done.